Hello and welcome to Grace.Filled. I'm excited to be back with another YouTube video, and this time it is concerning homeschooling. So I typically wake up at a little bit before 5 o'clock every morning. I get on my prayer call. I do a daily prayer time, and once I do that, I typically spend the next 1 to 2 hours just in reading my Bible, reading books and devotion and worship, all the things. But this particular morning, I had something else that I had to do, and I didn't get to have as much time as I wanted, but that's okay. So after I went ahead and took care of my husband, got his meals and everything prepared, sent him off to work, I decided I would go ahead and use that time to have breakfast, to go ahead and have a little bit of devotion, more devotion. I had some, but more devotion, to go ahead and write in my planner, my homeschool planner, my life planner. Again, go ahead and have my tea, go ahead and have my yogurt, and to go ahead and have my little mini muffins. Now, the major things I wanted to take care of and the major things on my to-do list are already done, and then I don't have to worry about too much throughout the day because the major things have been taken care of. So I like to start my day off and my life off from a place of overflow and all extra versus not enough and trying to keep up. So I'm not into a rat race. I'm very much into slow living, very much into staying in my own lanes, looking at my own field and grass. I'm definitely not into competition or looking at what everybody else is doing. I have learned that it has to be what works for me and my large family. I am now a stay-at-home, homemaking, homeschooling mom. For the past 8 years, I did work, but I don't do that anymore. So my focus is my home, and it brings me joy. It's not something I resent doing. It's something that I happily and joyfully wake up to do every day. So although I don't have all the answers, and although I'm not a perfect mom, and I'm certainly far from perfect, this is my 10th year of homeschooling, so I have learned a few things. And recently I've had some people reach out to me and just kind of talk to me about not finding joy, being burnt out, being overwhelmed, being stressed. And this is what I want to say to that. You are the manager and CEO of your homeschool. You get to say yes to what you want to say yes to and no to what you want to say no to. You do not have to say yes to everything somebody asks you. Can you do that? I'm sorry, I cannot. Can you do this? I'm sorry, right? I cannot. Do not overcommit yourself. Do not overbook yourself. Do not feel obligated. Can you do this review? Can you do this collaboration? Can you go out? No, I can't. And you just be upfront, and that's it. Because sometimes less is more. And when we're not honest with ourselves that we are at our limit, that we need help, that we're struggling, or that we just don't want to put anything else on our plate, it's easy for us not to be able to be honest with others. And the reality is, you are the one who has to try to hold all this together. So I think it's just best to be honest and upfront from the start and not worry or care what anybody thinks about you and your homeschool. This is between you, your family, and God. And I can't stress that enough because I see so many people worrying about it. And if I could be honest and go back 10 years and talk to my own self, I would say, baby, don't worry about what they are saying. When I started, not one person supported me. Not one person thought I should homeschool. Not one person thought I could homeschool. They talked about me. They ridiculed me. They laughed at me. And I didn't care. I knew what was in my heart, and that is what I followed. It is so important to be authentic to you, to what God has given you and what He has placed inside of you. Why do you think you're not good enough the way you are? Did He all of a sudden make a mistake? Did He not look at you and say, it is good? Is He not pleased with you? And if He's not, then what things do you have to do so that He is? You are enough. What you have to offer is enough. The way you cut your sandwiches, the way you pray with your children, the way you love on them is enough, especially if you're being led by the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit. Then what you're doing is enough. This is not the time to be looking over to your left or looking over to your right or comparing yourselves to others. You are not others. You're not that person. So your home is not going to look like their home. Your homeschool is not going to look like their homeschool. And where you are on your year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is not what it's going to look like on your year 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So focus on where you are and focus on filling yourself with the presence of the Most High. Fill yourself with the presence of the Lord. Take time to meditate on His words. Take time to get in His presence, because that is the present. We have this gift and we don't want to take it for granted. So for the past, I'll celebrate 13 years of marriage in 4 months. And I'll tell you, I have worked almost all 12 of those years. And before I had kids, I was working to have my doctorate's degree. I was going to be Dr. Christy. I was going to be a pharmacist. And I tell you, I had all these things in my mind. But the Most High has showed me something different. What I'm doing in my home is important. I am making a difference. I am changing lives, and what I am doing has value. I am important and I do matter. And that's what I want to share with you on today as well. You have value and worth, and it's not because of a degree. It's not because of a diploma. It's not because of a title. It's not because if you have a little followers or a lot of followers on Instagram. I don't even get on there anymore, hardly. It's not about followers on YouTube or anywhere. It's not about that. That won't get you into heaven, to be honest, in my opinion. So I say, focus on those things that are important. Like, are you setting a good atmosphere? Are you, the parent, displaying the fruits of the Spirit? Are you modeling for your children what's appropriate? Are you spending time with them? Are you loving on them? Are you taking time to look at their artwork and to hear their boring stories, right? Like, let's be honest with it. Are we taking time to do that, or are we worried about our own flesh and our own instant gratification? I don't want to sound like I'm fussing, but I want to give you some tough love and encouragement, because I've seen so many people stop. Well, I've seen a lot of people join homeschool community, but I've seen so many people stop. And when we get to the root of it is trying to be someone else. You have to be authentically you. You might be able to impersonate me. You might be able to take my style of YouTube videos or my style of this or my style of that. You might try to duplicate or replicate what you see me do. But the thing is this, that can only take you so far, and you can only pretend something for so long. So what I say is, don't look to a person, but look to the Father and be you. You are enough, just the way you are, just the way you are. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, and I know someone who thought you were to die for. So recently we went ahead and we have redone some things in the house, and so you can see that the homeschool has gotten a makeover. And I try on Sundays to just go ahead and do a reset where I do a cleaning, where I do my menu planning, my grocery shopping. I go ahead and prep some meals. There's a couple things that I get taken care of. But yesterday, or this Sunday, we were moving some things around, and so I didn't get to do the classroom reset. So this morning, before I started teaching, I got it done. And I just hope that this video encourages you in some capacity. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm not out of words, but I'm out of time. So until the next video, blessings.